Hey everyone, welcome to another video from Melbourne Gardener. Today I am cleaning up my chicken coop. So look, it's previously had a bit of deep litter, but it wasn't super deep. The reason why is because my coop isn't super big, and I'm also conscious and aware of the ammonia smell inside. The second thing also is that the chickens sometimes fail to get onto these roost bars, and because they start fighting and they start pecking at each other, and eventually one of the selfish chickens will peck the other one until they drop off. And before I open these up, they would just sleep on the bedding. And now that's not good because this is full of poo, really. So what did I have to do? Well, I just opened up the nesting boxes, and yes, they do sleep in there. Well, some at least my Rhode Island Red, who is she's just molting at the moment, so I guess she's getting picked on a little bit. And then my Australorp, she gets picked on a bit. So they kind of naturally just run in there and sleep. So yeah, I guess, look, it's, what can I do? I don't, like, I tried putting a little bit of a ladder. That didn't really help. I think it's more just the infighting, the like who's at the top of the pecking order, that kind of thing. So unfortunately, yeah, that's what happens with chickens, and I just kind of then react. So anyway, so the way to do this is to get a flat scoop. I mean, really. So what I do is I just literally just go inside and I just grab this and I put it in my compost bin, and that will just compost down. Or I can put it on the ground out there. I mean, they do dig around and they do eat little bugs and things like that. So look, I mean, either way, what I'll be doing is I'll be doing that, and then I'll go around over here where it's kind of dry and fresh, wood chips, and I'll grab this and put it in here. So that's kind of it. I mean, I don't have any fancy setup with tripods or things like that, so I'll have to stop the video here, and I'll pause it, and then I'll do a bit, and then I'll unpause it, and then I'll show you the clean coop. And then once I've chucked in fresh kind of bedding, I'll show you. So hang on tight. All right, so welcome back, and I have cleaned out the chicken coop, look, as best as I can, without getting too pedantic. So what I'll be doing is, so I've put all of that in my compost bin, and that will compost down nicely. If you can see, I've got a tarp that covers this area, largely for shade as well as rain. Yeah, like from the sun as well as from the rain. As you can see, there's a bit of a line here, like that side's quite wet, so it's winter. That side's quite wet, and this one's a curious one. And so this stuff is pretty dry and pretty good for absorbing as much of that kind of moist poo as possible. So what I'll be doing is I'll be digging out. I'll be digging this out a little bit, some of the top layer, and chucking it into the coop again, just for that next maybe month or so, where it will absorb some of that poo and ammonia, and I'll try and turn it a bit just to get it going. So I'll pause here and I'll show you the end result. Alrighty, welcome back. So I didn't make a huge layer, to be honest. Yeah, you can see it's pretty thin. And the reason why I do like to keep track of it and sometimes add a little bit more on top. As you can see, I've kind of scraped off the first layer, and this area is just really good for chickens to do a dust bath. Like, I mean, if you can see, the soil is is just, yeah, super kind of sandy. It's funny, like as soon as the tarp came on, all this soil became pretty, yeah, pretty much like that. If I go into the wet areas and I start digging, you can pretty much start seeing that it's definitely quite moist. So I think this is a really good differentiation between giving the chickens an area to really kind of bathe and come out of the weather, and this area where it's all wet and moist and they can, you know, also dig around and find things. So that's my short video on cleaning the coop and refreshing the bedding. So hope you guys are all well. My chickens are probably about to jump into my garden, so I better get them in. And usually I use this handy broom. I don't really hit them, I just threaten them, and I use my little sound for them to back off, like and they'll know what to do. And sometimes they need a bit of encouragement. So I'll tap them. And that's that. So that, hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you guys are all well. I will hopefully be posting a little bit more now that things are a little settled. I do have some projects that I want to get away. I am going to build a skillion pergola and polycarbonate roof. It is a big job. I've never done something like this before. I'm doing a lot of planning, a lot of drawing out to make sure that I know how many pieces of wood I need, what span and spacing do I need. I'm gonna maybe get some help from friends and maybe hire a structural engineer just to make sure that I'm not underloading or overloading. Yeah, but basically I did get a quote to do it, and I got quotes anywhere between kind of $13,000 to about $30,000. So that's no good. I really can't afford that. So if I do all of it myself and I just buy the materials online and get it delivered, it's going to cost around $3,500. Obviously that doesn't include labor. But yeah, I'll get a couple of friends together and we'll build something and hold a barbecue or something. So that's the goal, and that's the idea. Hopefully I can document that well, so that I can show you all how to do it yourselves one day. In the meantime, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.